Hi everyone, it's Ed here, one of the co-founders of Bluethumb. Just wanted to take a couple of minutes to have a bit of a chat. I know I missed the last webinar, so just to try and catch up on a few kind of key topics and a couple of things that have been up on Facebook lately in some of the artist group. And just to reiterate a few kind of really important things that we focus on and do at Bluethumb. So as you know, like we're here on a mission to help grow Australia's art industry as a whole and really help all the artists on Bluethumb to build their practice and create for themselves a sustainable living doing what they love. So to do this, one of the things we invest really heavily in is advertising, particularly online ads. Some of you might have seen them following you around a bit or get a bit of a feel for it, but along with obviously all the organic traffic we generate, we invest really heavily in a lot of different channels. So what happens is that we build all these marketing campaigns, and out live there might be at any time 100 campaigns, and they are being bid up and bid down by very complicated marketing algorithms. And what it means is that we're really trying to generate new buyers and new traffic and new collectors for you who are using Bluethumb. And so when these marketing campaigns actually work and collectors come to Bluethumb, they look around, they find an artist that they love or particular artworks, it's then really important what happens next. So the process of finding the artwork is generally quite lengthy and involved, and that means, to be honest, it's very expensive. And then some buyers will complete a transaction on Bluethumb, which is fantastic, but others just naturally will want to contact you directly. And at this point, I guess essentially you have a decision to make. You know, you can deal with, firstly, you may never know, right? But others will say, hey, look, I saw you on Bluethumb, will you do a better price for me, or will, for whatever reason, can I chat to you? And that's actually quite normal behavior. And so from there, like I said, you've got this decision to make. Well, do I do it myself directly, or should I put the transaction back through Bluethumb? So for any marketplace like Bluethumb, and I know there's a few others out there, particularly a few global ones, it's actually really important wherever possible to, I guess, honour the originator of the inquiry, because what happens is, as I said, we invest really heavily in these marketing campaigns. Then if the sale actually concludes on Bluethumb, the marketing campaign goes, wow, fantastic, that worked, I'm going to double down on that, and it will get bid up, and more of the marketing budget will get allocated that way. And what happens is more sales are generated because it actually does work. However, if the transaction doesn't happen on Bluethumb and it happens with you directly, that campaign will never know. It will record it as a fail, and it says, we spent X amount of dollars, this marketing campaign doesn't work, and it will scale it back. And it actually was very effective because it did what it meant to, and that was, create sort of this collector behavior to find the right artwork. So we really want to encourage this behavior and make sure the marketing machines and algorithms get it right. So wherever possible, we would greatly appreciate if you do conclude those sales through Bluethumb. And what it means is really two things. One is you'll get more sales, or certainly more will be generated in the same way because that campaign will get elevated. And secondly, whenever we make a sale, there's obviously commission, and that is essentially the budget for the next campaigns. We're always trying to fuel growth and fuel your next sales. And so it's really, really important. There's another really useful thing for you in that as the transaction comes through Bluethumb, you feature in the Just Sold page. This is essentially one, if not the most important page on Bluethumb, so after the homepage, because it's where buyers, particularly new buyers, go for two reasons. One is for inspiration, and two is for trust. So if you're there and seen selling, you're proven, and so is the market value of the artwork that you've chosen to price. So it's really, really important, and it has a huge positive impact on what happens next. And that's why a lot of the time you see kind of spates of sales or high volumes and people that are very often in there. It's the sense that success breeds success. So we definitely see really positive outcomes along these lines. So, that's kind of the main message. I know that there's a little bit of talk about it, and ultimately it's, it's really up to the individual how you go about, your practice. And we greatly appreciate those that, I guess make a conscious decision to complete the sale on Bluethumb. And if you do decide to do this, please drop us a line and tell us, because honestly the whole team are really grateful. We know the impact, we know at each individual level how truly important it is and the flow-on effects. And we just want to make sure we recognise your good deeds. And we know that a lot of you do it. And you know who you are, and a lot of you we've spoken with over the years, and that's fantastic. So that's kind of the main thing I wanted to discuss today. I hope it's helpful, to be honest. If you've got any questions, if you want to engage in discussion, just hit us up on Facebook or drop an email to help. We're always on it, and yeah, we'd love to hear from you, and hopefully this is helpful. Thank you.